All right, let's talk some Thursday night football. Come on now. Packers
I love this.
at the Lions.
Love it.
Huge game.
Love it.
Not for nothing, George. If the Packers win this game, things get real interesting because everyone just put the Lions as division champs and put the Lions as a number 1 seed in the NFC. But you look up, and a couple things are happening while everyone's anointing and crowning and roaring with the Lions. The Eagles are pretty damn good. If the Packers win this game, could the Packers win the division? Could they leapfrog the Lions in the standings in terms of seeding for the NFC? George, this is a monster game on Thursday night.
Packers are 9-3. They're the 6th seed in the NFC, I believe. Lions 11-1. They're holding on to the 1 seed. Packers, this is their playoff lives right now.
Really
how
is.
tight the race is in the NFC.
Yes.
Then you have the Vikings, just 2 losses, just ahead of them in their division.
That's right.
But with how tight everything is, that's it. This is the Lions holding on to the 1 seed with how good the Eagles have been, and the Packers holding on to be a wild card team. And both teams, you have 2 top 5 offenses. Both can score at a ridiculous rate. Both make everything work based off the ground game.
Yeah. 2
defenses that are talented with good coordinators. Packers turn the ball over a ton, but the Lions are smart with the football. And this could be an NFC championship game. It really could.
It really could.
It can boil down to that. We have to see how the seeding goes out. Last time they met, obviously Lions got the win. What was it, 24-14, but it was 24-3 at a point. But that's in Green Bay with the rain. That's very impressive by the Lions. I'm not going to deny that. But time of possession was basically knotted even. Packers outgained the Lions by 150 total yards. Green Bay went 1 for 4 in the red zone with a 45-yard field goal missed. Lions went 2 for 4. Packers had 10 penalties. And at one point late in the game, Josh Jacobs stopped for no gain on 4th and 1 on Detroit's 9. That was the game. The final score makes it a little closer than it was. It was 24-3 at that point. Matt LaFleur is one of the best schemers and play callers in the NFL. Ben Johnson, enough said on that. Dan Campbell, one of the best head coaches. Aaron Glenn, Jeff Hafley, so good. Brian Branch with the Lions. Xavier McKinney in this Packers defense. Jair Alexander, Kenny Clark, all the guys they got. This is going to be a good game, man. It's going to be close.
I love that.
With everything on the line, too.
Yeah, I love that we're getting such a great game on Thursday Night Football because the brand of Thursday Night Football since they've started doing this is, we get crappy games. It's too short of a week.
Yeah.
Players are at a disadvantage. And I think to a certain extent that has been true up until this season. This season we've got some really good – we've had some duds, don't get me wrong, but we've had some really great matchups as well. And this is – to me, this is like the icing on the cake, to be honest with you. Packers-Lions – as George said, I think you really laid out the stakes, what's at stake here beautifully. I can't wait for this game. And by the way, I'm going upset. I like what the Packers are doing lately. And it's not really taking away from what the Lions have been doing because I sing their praises too. They were a juggernaut all year, beating the hell out of everyone. They were embarrassing teams. Home, away, it didn't matter. They could come in your building and beat your ass, or they could do it on their turf. But lately, injuries starting to catch up a bit and pile up, which happens to good and bad teams this time of year. But they're being tested more. We all watched it on that big stage in Thanksgiving. I mean, Matt Eberflus and Caleb Williams blew that. The Bears should have won that game. So we're watching the Lions being tested lately. The Packers, meanwhile, I'll be honest, they played the same night. No one talks about it. Everyone talks about that game we watched between the Bears and the Lions. But that same night, the Packers at home, Miami went into there and they demolished. I think that was the best game they played all year, particularly Jordan Love. And I don't think it's a coinky-dink that the Packers, as of late, have been hot and Jordan Love has been playing better. Remember, he dealt with an injury. He came back from it sooner than it was prognosed, than we all thought he was going to come back from, and he looked it. He didn't look healthy. He didn't look right. It took him a while. But there's a saying in sports that I think is true. You can play yourself healthy. Mm-hmm. And what's happened now, in the however many weeks since that Jordan Love has been back, he's been getting better and better and healthier, and he has arrived. That's what I saw Thanksgiving night. Now, I'll be honest. I had a couple beverages on Thanksgiving night. It was a little blurry.
Couple.
It was a little blurry.
You were texting me.
Yeah, it was a little bit blurry for a brother. But my takeaway was Jordan Love's for real. Jordan Love's the truth. I think the Packers go into Detroit. I think they win this game.
This is in Detroit, man. We haven't even mentioned that yet.
I think they win this game, bro. I'm taking the Packers here, and then all of a sudden, the conversation in the NFC changes. It changes everything. The Packers, I think, are quietly on people's radar right now. You respect them, LaFleur. Most people think Jordan Love can play that defense. They run the ball with Josh Jacobs. They really have everything. But I don't think people are really putting them in that rarefied air as the Lions and as the Eagles. If the Packers win this game, like I suspect they will, you have to now include them in that conversation with the Lions and the Eagles. In terms of Super Bowl teams, you have to include them. I think they're going to take that. Jordan Love is going to be the catalyst. Remember, you brought up that game in the rain in Lambeau. The Packers defense did a great job in that game. They lost that game because of a pick six that killed them. And I just think, like, now they can sort of grow from that. They can fix those mistakes.
Yep.
They'll be more buttoned up coming into Detroit. You won't have the elements. I like the Packers here because of momentum. They just feel like right now they're trending in the right direction where the Lions are just trying to kind of maintain. That's not going to work.
You could get the Packers like 3.5, 4. You're taking them straight up.
3.5.
You could take 4 points.
They call me Moneyline Trav, baby. I'm known in these streets as Moneyline Trav. Give me the Packers Moneyline, baby, plus 145. Come on.
You get a total around 52 in this. Like, I think the final we're going to see is like 24-21, like in the 40s.
Oh. That one in Lambeau was low scoring.
And it was rain.
It was rain.
But on the turf, both teams run the ball. They eat up clock.
Yeah.
The Lions aren't an explosive offense. Like, they're methodical downfield, use a lot of clock, and just like slowly kill you and don't allow you to get in a rhythm. But it's how good both defenses are. And like Aaron Glenn, Jeff Hafley, like they know the opponent's offensive scheme. Like there's familiarity there and overlap in scheme. But there's also like just a pure IQ on how good those two defensive coordinators are.
Yeah.
Again, with the talent, especially what you get in the secondary. I think this is going to be a low-scoring one. I think, Trav.
Okay.
It's going to be 24-21 Packers.
Oh, you're rolling with me.
I'm going to take the points, though.
Well,
I could get Packers plus 4. It's what I did with the Eagles. I said Eagles plus 3 against Baltimore. You said money line. I said I'm not going to be greedy. Eagles did win, but I'm just going to be smart, and I'm going to play the long game. I'm just going to take the points on this one.
All right. I want to do this just because I'm curious in what you think. Let's go scale of 1 to 10. Confidence factor. You with me?
Yeah.
I'm going to just run through the top couple seeds in the NFC, and you tell me who you trust.
1 to 10.
10 being the highest, yeah. Lions.
9.
Eagles.
9, 8 points. 9.
Yeah, no decimals.
9.
All right. Vikings. They're the 3rd seed right now, bro.
6.
Oh.
Sam Darnold.
All right. Packers.
7.5. I go decimals. I don't
Give
care.
me 8.
Fine, 8 round up.
Commanders.
6.
Okay, that's your playoff field right now. Boy. I think, okay, I found our difference. I'm not as high on the Lions as you are. I think I'm at what'd you say, a 9 for them, right?
9 for them and the Eagles.
Listen, I'll be honest.
Where I'll put like the Bills are an 8.
The Lions fans are going to come after me, but I'm just going to tell you. Let me preface my comments by saying I have a Super Bowl ticket.
This
on
is
the
the unofficial
Detroit
Lions podcast. You're going to do this.
I know. I'm doing it. It must be said. It's the elephant in the room. You're still the Lions. Hey, Lions fans, can we have an honest convo, you and I? You're still the Lions. Are you yourself, be honest, not waiting for anybody to pull the rug from under you? Could you not see? Can you bring up the Lions schedule, please? Could you not see a world in which this last month of the season, you lose a couple games, you lose a little steam, little momentum, and I'm talking to you, Lions fans, look in the mirror and you start second-guessing your team. You start second-guessing, is this really our year? You start saying to yourself, damn, are we still the Lions? I'm just saying, Green Bay wins this game, watch. My confidence level with the Lions is not as high as yours, my friend. They could pull, dare I say, a Lions. I think it starts tonight. I like the Packers. What's their schedule?
Versus Green Bay, home.
Okay.
Home against Buffalo.
They could lose a couple in a row, people. Go on.
At Chicago, win. They're beating the Bears.
Just go on.
There's a stank on that.
Who's next?
At San Francisco, win.
Who's next?
Sunday night, warm weather. Versus Minnesota, where they could have the 1 seed locked up and they'll be resting their guys. So I'm not even going to visit Week 18.
They could lose 3 more games.
Stop.
Dog. They could lose this game tonight. They could damn sure. I will take the Bills. I'm just telling you.
There's not going to be any good teams.
And my only trepidation with San Fran would be if they're fighting for a wild card. I don't trust them, but if they're fighting for a wild card, I could see the Niners knocking them off. But for sure, I feel confident in Packers and Bills. So that's 2 more. I'm just telling you.
You have disregarded everything we've seen the last 13, 12 games.
Bro, I have a Super Bowl ticket on said team.
Yeah.
And I'm disregarding.
Yeah. I know. This is
Disrespectful,
wild.
ain't I?
Like you're just going, they're going to lose 3. It's like, this isn't the Lions of the old.
But
this is the best team in the NFL.
Or?
It's not. Have you seen a Lions team this good ever before? Actually. Have you?
No, I have not.
Okay, there you go.
No, I have not. I'll give you that. I've been watching them lose a long time.
Yeah. Okay.
And I'm a Barry Sanders fan. I'm a Stafford fan.
You know what I don't look at? I don't look at the team. I look at the players. I look at the coaches. Look at how they play. This Lions seems legit.
You trust Dan Campbell more than Matt LaFleur?
Yeah, Matt.
You a lie.
Matt
lying.
Matt LaFleur's game management has been suspect since he started as
Dan
head coach.
Campbell's hasn't.
Look, yes, there was play calling. Don't go for it on 4th down. Kick a field goal. Stop momentum. I know. But I'm not saying you can't let Matt LaFleur off scot-free.
I mean, that's fair. I'm just saying, bro.
It's the win over Green Bay, the win over Houston, the blowout wins over the they're dropping 52 on a team. They're barely coming back and beating the Vikings. They're winning ugly matchups like against the Bears. Like they win every different way, and that's the most telling part of. Jared Goff is throwing 4 interceptions and they're coming back and winning.
All right.
It's not just pretty with this team. They find every which way to win.
All I'm saying, Lions fans, respectfully, as someone who has a Super Bowl ticket on you, if you were to tell me that they falter down the stretch a bit, I wouldn't be surprised. Doesn't mean you can't win a Super Bowl, but I'm taking the Packers here.